I think we're live.
All right, we're live, and we're just chatting. The pre-show here, as it were.
It is, and it's a little odd to maybe you're used to it, but you don't have an audience that you can see and get feedback from other than a
Right,
comment that pops up.
exactly. So if anybody's out there joining the stream already, feel free to drop a comment. I have a feeling because it's scheduled at 7 p.m. on both Facebook and YouTube that it won't actually go live in those locations until 7 on the dot. So we probably are just sitting here by ourselves, but
You want to, you
we
want.
won't show any secrets.
When do you make? I was going to kick it off around maybe give them 30 seconds and then kick it off. We don't want to wait too long.
Right.
I think last time
Exactly.
I waited a couple minutes.
I'm going to open up another screen here. Put that there. That there. All right, where is it? There we go. That's what I'm looking for. I want that. And I want that. Perfect. Oh, it looks like we are already live. I'm on Facebook looking at us right now. It looks like we might have 2 people watching. They're not saying anything. Okay. How's my look? Do I look? Is this good?
We got our Christmas look on. Looks good. You're not as dark as you were last time. You were, although you are in the dark,
Yeah,
but you got a little more light.
I brought my well, this one's more free than this one. I got my lanterns. Trying not to look ghastly, you know.
Yeah, I might have to try that for the glare.
And
well, welcome if you are watching. We're gonna wait a little bit and then start this live Q&A, but just give us a few minutes or a minute.
Hi, Dale. It's nice to have you with us.
It's 7 o'clock.
That was my computer.
It's gonna be a small, intimate group here. I recognize Dale.
Right.
Dale's one of our new lifetime members. So thank you, Dale. All right, we'll kick things off. We're live with Argo. I'm Captain Jeff. Reside in Havre de Grace, Maryland, in the upper part of the Chesapeake Bay. My boat is on the hard, just like many of you in the U.S. Actually, it's in the repair shop. I'm hoping to get it back soon. But next to me is oh no, hopefully it's all going to be squared away for next season. But
good.
next to me is Argo Ambassador Dave Rowe. He's a full-time cruiser, has done the Great Loop, knows a lot about all kinds of navigation apps like Argo, and a lot about boating. So happy to have him aboard. He's been helping me out for a couple of years now. Last time we met a month ago, I think Dave was in Solomon's Island, so he hadn't even made it out of the Chesapeake Bay yet. But it's gotten a lot colder up here, so I don't think he's still here.
I've left. I left soon after that, Jeff. And actually, for the last couple of weeks, maybe going on 3 weeks, I've been in North Carolina. And it's been cold here, too. We've been having some cold snaps. 2 days ago, we pulled into Wilmington. We went up the Cape Fear River. And so we're docked at the Port City Marina. You can see the Marina Grill behind me here. Right in downtown Wilmington, North Carolina. Great town. This is the town where we bought our boat, and we felt an attraction after 6 years to come back and see what it's like again. And we actually paid for 2 months to be here in this marina while you and I jet around and go to boat shows and things. So
yeah,
good
winter boat shows. Yeah, we hope to be at St. Pete. We also hope to be at Palm Beach. So we're going to do a couple shows down in Florida this year.
Yeah,
like
and then Seattle.
And then Seattle, right? Can't forget about Seattle. 2 weekends long, 10-day boat show.
You got your plane tickets yet?
I have my tickets. We need to work on yours.
Yeah, we're gonna get mine together.
So
fortunately,
tonight,
there's an airport.
Yeah, you're not too far. You can jet down to Florida or Seattle.
Exactly.
Tonight, just like last month, it gives us an opportunity just for a few minutes. I can tell you what's going on with Argo, with the Argo team, any new features coming along, and then we'll just open it up for Q&A. It's very informal. You can ask any questions about the app, what we have going on, or boating in general. Because like I said, Dave knows a lot about many apps and also boating in general. As far as the app goes, and I think I said this last month, we are hard at work, the development team, recoding a good bit of the app, everything associated with navigation, creating routes, recording tracks, everything associated with the captain's log. And that includes, and the real reason we're doing it is to have a much better performing app when you're on the water, navigating online, offline, particularly offline. We need that app to work when it's offline or when we have poor connectivity. But the other exciting thing is we are adding waypoints to our very fast auto routing feature. So you'll be able to add multiple stops along the way. It'll include a drag and drop editing capability. So very excited about that. All of this actually is completed. It's in testing, and we hope to have it out before the holidays or around the holidays. And
that's awesome.
Speaking of the holidays, we have a really big deal. Some of you that have dialed in know about it. You've maybe already taken advantage of it, but we have a lifetime deal going on right now for only $99. No renewal fees, all upgrades we're going to do with premium from here on out. It's a great price. It's a great opportunity. We've already had quite a few people take advantage of it. It's going to be going through the holidays, but it won't go on forever. So it's sort of a limited offer. If we do it again sometime in the future, it's certainly not going to be that price. So take advantage of it. We unfortunately, I didn't grab the link so we could put it.
Let me ask you this, Jeff. Is this opportunity because I know we just had Canada come out, will this extend to international maps and things like that, or is it just the premium feature set?
Good question. I had one online ask me something similar today. There's no tricks with regard to this deal. We're going to be doing a lot with premium in the future, adding a lot of features, improvements. It's always going to be available. There's not going to be another version of it that's going to come out. But as Dave alluded to, if we need to get additional charts, Canada, or as we plan to expand internationally, it's going to cost us to get those charts. Unfortunately, they're like a lot of the other apps. Those additional charts will be a separate subscription, but the premium and all the premium features, they're all locked into the lifetime deal.
Awesome. It's a great deal. $99 for a lifetime of Argo Premium. How long will we be doing this? Is this just into January?
Well, I've been told by my marketing team to keep the date, but for those of you that have dialed in tonight, January 12th, I think, is where the end date for it. So, through the end of the year into next year.
So it's a holiday deal.
It's a holiday
That's
deal.
awesome.
So speaking of the holidays, we've got some
It's Captain Santa.
Captain Santa. In our newsletter today, we had a long list of gift ideas for the boater in your family, or it could be you. But there were some things that we thought were really cool boating ideas, some things that I use, some things that Dave uses. And we put them in the list along with a link, where to buy them. And we were just going to flash up a few of them here tonight.
Oh, look at that. That is my favorite cell phone mount right there, the RAM mount. That I use it in the car. I use it on the boat. And the really cool thing about this, I've noted a lot of people, a lot of people keep their phone in the case. That the case around a phone will heat up the phone because it acts like a little greenhouse, especially if you're using it in the sun. But the thing I like most about this case, Jeff, this stand, is that it only grips the phone at 4 points, so you get full airflow around the device to keep it cool. That's a really cool little unit.
And that looks like for a phone, but what you use is for a tablet, an iPad. You can get them any size.
You can get them any size. They make for just about any tablet or device for that matter. I think RAM Mount even makes MFD holders too, if you have a specific Garmin or what have you that needs a mount. RAM just makes it. If you check out their website, they make tremendous military grade mounts for just about any device you could imagine. But yeah, that's cool. Oh, we're behind an iPad.
Yeah.
That's the new Mini, isn't it?
Does that say Mini? I guess it does say Mini.
That's the Mini. That's the new iPad Mini. I've been recommending that tablet to people a lot lately. They just came out with it, I think, last month. Yeah, it was in November. They dropped it without any fanfare. And a JBL speaker, Bluetooth speaker. You got to have your tunes on the boat. If you don't have a built-in stereo on the boat, that's probably the easiest and best way to get your tunes ripping on the boat. I like that. What else do we have? Oh, that is a good set of marine grade binoculars right there. You cannot be out on your boat without a binocular set. I can't recommend it. You can't see aids to navigation. You can, if there's somebody in the water out ahead and you're wondering what that speck is before you hit it. I mean, come on, you got to have a binocular set on the boat. Yeah, these are great gift ideas. Yeah,
there's even more on the link in our newsletter. So if you didn't see it, check it out. A lot of good ideas. If you're looking for something for Christmas, we put some time into that. Those are items we think are worth checking out.
Right. And right here, I just put up the link here on the bottom third. Stacy, with up forward here on Stinkpot, was good enough to find it for us, Jeff. So there it is, web.argonav.io/lifetime.
Yeah. If you're currently a free user, you can just go to the web app and upgrade to premium, and lifetime will be one of the options. If you're currently a premium user, you've got to use that link. That's the only way you can get into the offer itself.
Oh, that's how we're doing it. Good. Very cool. And I suppose we should tell people that we also will take questions. No one has really popped one at us yet. We're here not just to look festive in our gay apparel, but if somebody has Argo questions or general navigation questions or what have you, we are your guys, at least for the next few minutes. So
You're not live on YouTube.
oh, the YouTube stream didn't go up?
That's what I've been told.
Okay, we're not live on YouTube, I am told, Jeff. There must
Yeah.
have been another button we needed to hit.
Not that I'm aware of. Might be just a setup issue. We'll have to. That's a shame, but we'll have to check on that. Unfortunately, my tech is not with me tonight, so I think we're just going Facebook Live.
All right. Well, we'll have to pop the video up on YouTube afterward.
Yeah.
I'm sure we can figure out how to do that. So.
Well, while we're waiting for any questions to come in, one thing I can say is, what do we got in the works? What are we doing next year? One of the first thing, and Dave has been in my ear over this one for as long as I can remember, but we're gonna work on NEMA integration. So for any of the cruisers out there, we're going to integrate Argo into your N2K network, bring in AIS or other information that you've got over the devices on your boat. So I don't think it's going to be that difficult. We're going to start on it soon, and hopefully, that's going to be a nice addition to the app.
We have a question. Can the app download on a Raymarine Element S chart plotter, Jeff?
I wish the Raymarine execs were in on this, because interesting enough, we started talking to them a few months ago, and the short answer is yes, we hope to. We're talking to them. It seems like a really easy thing for allow Argo to be brought up. It's basically an Android device. We're having trouble, I guess, getting the right guy to talk to us to make it happen. So we haven't given up. We're working on it. It's you can't do that with Garmin. You can't do it with some of the other chart plotters, but with Raymarine, there's no reason we can't have our app so that it's actually running on the Raymarine device, and you can basically use all the features of Argo on their device. So I guess one of the things they're asking me is, am I getting questions? Am I getting users that are asking for this? So call your Raymarine rep and say, we want it.
That's right.
Yeah, I tell them I get questions. I get that question at least one a week. So I don't know what it's going to take, but we're working on it.
That's right. What else do we have coming up? Well, this is only our second one of these lives, but this is also our end of the year wrap up. So we'll have to do a little bit of that and talk about all the things that we have done. Yeah, there's nothing we can do about it, Stace.
Yeah. Well, as Dale said here in the chat, you can export a route from Argo, and then through using an SD card, and you can export a route from the web app or the mobile app, but you've got to get an SD card and then import it into your Raymarine. So there is a way of transferring Argo routes, to your Raymarine.
Exactly.
Kind of related to that, I had a question from a user today asking me how to import waypoints. He was coming, he's got a Garmin chart plotter. He's got a lot of anchorages, fishing spots, and he wants a way to get them on the Argo app. It's a fairly new feature, so it caught me off guard a little bit today. But to do that, you want to go to My Pins. That's a place in which you can see and manage all of your pins, your private pins, your report pins, and there's a plus button there to add additional waypoints, additional pins. You can drop a pin, but you can import, same thing, GPX file, all of your waypoints from, say, a Garmin or a Raymarine into the that My Pin section of Argo. And from there, you can rename them. You can very easily see them. You can favorite them. My pins is a really cool area of the app that very few people know about. We're going to be doing more with that. But if you like to, drop pins, whether it be fishing spots or what have you, great place to kind of see all of the pins that you've dropped over the lifetime of using Argo, and manage those pins. See actually who's perhaps commented on those pins.
Very cool. Very cool. I've got a lot of pins already. I've been playing with it.
Yeah, I've particularly people that are cruising the loop. They love to comment and drop pins, anchorages. So this gives them a way of sort of managing as they traverse the entire loop, all the things that they've added to the app. And like I said, there can be other Argo users that add comments, give it a thumbs up, thumbs down, so they can kind of see what's going on with the pins that they've dropped themselves.
Right. In my pins, are there man good options? I do not see one for a standard point of navigation such as buoys.
Yeah, we've got a lot of places, but that's a good point. I guess what they're asking perhaps there is that they find that there's a marker out there that's not on the chart, and they want to be able to drop that marker, I would assume. We would hope through NOAA and the U.S. Coast Guard that we've got just about every buoy and beacon that's out there. Of course, there are some private ones. We do have some of those too. So, yeah, if we are missing them, that's a good point. We've thought about it, having a pin where you can actually drop a buoy of some sort of a marker and indicate that it's missing, and here it is. So that's
right.
That's what you were thinking. That's a good idea. We do need to do that.
Dale is asking about the history of the Argo name as related to the app.
Well, good question. Coming up with a name for this app wasn't easy, and probably went through hundreds of different names and different logos. The original name that I came up with was Moby, M-O-B-Y. It just was a cute name, but there was some trademark issues. So we eventually landed on Argo, and Argo's, got some nautical history. It's from the Greek mythology, Jason and the Argonauts. Argo was actually the first boat that was ever built. So, again, it's a short name. I wanted a short name. It's got a nautical theme. It fit. And the logo's another story. The logo was actually picked for Moby because you can kind of see some whale fins on it. But I love the logo so much, we stuck with it, even though we changed the name.
I love that logo myself. It looks like a sailboat, to me.
Yep.
It's a great logo. What else do we have going? Oh, we were going to start talking about what we've done over the last year.
Oh boy, yes. We are going to come out with an end of the year summary, but boy, what have we done this year?
It's been a big year.
When we go back and look at, and this is our 5th year. It's hard to believe. Every year we continually add more and more features to the app. What's a big feature?
Depth shading, we expanded it to 9 colors. Brought in contour lines.
Yep.
What else have we done, Jeff? It's been so much and such a long year. I should look at Argo.
The years all run together for me, but we did spend a good part of the year improving the performance of the app. We've been adding so many things to the chart itself that the app started to kind of bog down. And so we did spend a good bit of time improving the performance, the loading time. Now we're
Right.
going offline. We've also spent some time bringing in the official Canadian ENC. So those that are doing the loop, when they do get up into Canada, you can rest assured that we've got the official ENC chart data. We're still working on that. There's still more that I think we can bring in. I'm starting to remember things we did. Another thing we added was currents. A year ago, we were in
Right.
Seattle, and they asked, "Do we have currents?" And we said, "Well, yeah, we're getting that. We know about currents." And they're like, "Oh no, you live on the East Coast, you don't know about currents." So they gave us a little bit of a education in terms of the Pacific Northwest and how they have to deal with currents, and you've got to have currents on the chart. So
Oh, totally. I use it all the time. I use currents all the time. I mean, I used currents to get here to Wilmington. We were coming from Swansboro, which is about 80 miles from here. And we were coming down the ICW, and we thought we were going to stop in Wrightsville. And I happened to look at the NOAA current data and realized that if we just kept going, we'd have a favoring current pushing us all the way up the Cape Fear River to Wilmington. So we made it a long day, and we got here before nightfall, and that wouldn't have been able to be done without knowing about the currents. It's huge. It's a huge add. I'm so glad that we're working on that.
yeah, you'll see the current and tide stations that we've got out there on the chart. You can zoom in, and they'll actually show you the direction, the speed. We have a lot more we're going to be adding. We just touched the surface in terms of the number of tide stations and current stations that we're going to add in the app, and that's coming in the next couple of months. So we had them before at least the boating season over most of the U.S. kicks off. Stacy, right. Good reminder here. She says, "Love the new compass." Yes, that's a new feature, fairly recent feature. And it's gotten a lot of compliments already just in terms of its look, how it works. If you're new to the app, it was a lot smaller. It didn't have the actual course over ground on the compass itself. So, yeah, that's just also the tip of the iceberg in terms of giving you an idea of where you're heading. You know, when we hope to get not only the course in degrees, but also the time to the next point. So if you are on a voyage, you're on a race, a sail race, and you want to know the heading and the distance and time to the next point, we'll hope to be adding that soon as well.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, it's been a good lead. Oh, we brought in the ability to display tracks on the chart and leave them there. That's huge. Or routes.
That's probably a bit of a hidden feature. You might talk a little bit more to that and how to use that.
Yeah, under map options, if you just go in there and you'll see there's routes and tracks. You can, if you have any routes or tracks in your captain's log, you can choose to display them sort of quasi-permanently on the chart just by turning the checkbox on next to it. And that way, if maybe you you use Bob's tracks to go up and down the ICW on the East Coast, if you want to have them displayed, they will just permanently be on the chart. You can still run Argo routes around them, so you can compare the two. See, that might even show you, if you look at a Bob's track and an Argo route side by side, it might actually give you some good information about where the good water is. It's just such a powerful feature.
Yeah, I like that feature. I think we're going to really enhance the captain's log so you can better utilize that feature within the captain's log.
Cool.
For those of you familiar with the search capability that we have, you can get a list view, but also a map view of your results, sort of like a Yelp look, where you've got a preview map with the various points as well as a list view. We're looking to do the same thing with the captain's log. So you can have a list of all your tracks and routes and voyages, but at the same time, you can pull up a preview map of those same items in your captain's log. Click on one of the items and it'll be highlighted in the map so you can see more easily what the items are that are in your captain's log. So that's and you'll be able to filter on those routes and tracks that, as Dave said, maybe you pasted onto your chart and you forget which ones did I put on there, you can filter the captain's log so only those come up, and then you can see them on the preview map. So there's a number of new features, I think, to make the app even easier to use, whether it's the My Pins or the captain's log, offline capability, NEMA integration. The list that we have of features we're going to be adding over the next 3 months is pretty daunting, but I have the best development team I've had since I started this app, and I'm pretty excited about that.
I think it's going to be great. I'd like to say it'll be great when we're done, but I don't think we're ever going to be done.
No, I thought I'd be done in 3 years. I could sit back on my laurels and just watch the app take off, but that's not how it works. It's and I was naive. An app of this complexity, you're never done. There's always things to fix and add. And I love the feedback I get from our users, and that's what really drives what I do and the app itself, always trying to integrate new ideas that I get from our user base.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So that's a year for us. Pretty much.
Yeah. The list is long, but if any of you have ideas, things that are not in the app you'd like to see, please give us a shout out. As you guys know, I was open to ideas.
That's one of the reasons that I'm working with you right now, Jeff, is because I always felt there was a great deal of distance between myself and the apps that I was using to navigate the boat. And I had these ideas, what if this could happen in the app? I didn't even know who I could talk to. And when I started using Argo right off the bat, I said, this app has a lot of promise. It doesn't do what I need it to do, but this is a guy I can talk to, and I think that's cool.
Yeah, Dave was actually pulling into Havre de Grace, popped up the app, wasn't doing something for him, or he didn't understand something, so he emailed me, and I think to his surprise, I got right back to him, and we developed a conversation, on how the app works, what it's doing, and come to find out, he was pulling into Havre de Grace for the next month, get some work done on his boat, and that's sort of how the whole relationship started. And Dave's never left Argo since. Not that he doesn't use other navigation apps, but
I use them all. I'm that guy. You can never have too much information at the helm. So,
all right. Any last minute questions? Oh, we got to thank you. And I think we had a small group tonight. Maybe part of that was because we missed out on the YouTube side, but we'll get that fixed for next month.
Exactly.
So, hey,
this is a learning process.
Hey, everyone that joined us. Is that another question?
Let's see here. I've been having trouble getting the app to show accurate headings and speed on Argo. Any tips? Well,
speed could be a bug.
Yeah. We're, as Jeff said earlier on, the entire app, or at least a lot of it, is being recoded right now. And the whole ETA speed end of things is part of that recoding process. So we haven't been chasing down a bug that we've known was there for a few weeks. But just while we got this,
this could be a lot of things. So you might want to reach out to Dave and I afterwards. It could be a GPS. Could be there's some settings that need to be reset.
Right.
Yeah. But Dave's right. With the new release in a couple of weeks, we're going to make sure that those problems are coming from the app itself. Sometimes GPS and network connectivity can come into play, but I'm sure you're seeing something on Argo that you don't see on other apps. That's why you're wondering what's going on.
Exactly. And Robert is thanking us for our work and asking us to keep it up. So thank you, Robert.
Well, be assured, we're planning to keep it up. There's no slowing down unless there's any more questions. I think from Dave and I, we wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And, hopefully we can surprise you in 2025 with some really cool features and a really solid, stable app.
That's the plan. Happy New Year, Jeff.
All right. Take care, Dave.
Thanks, everyone.